Shanti. Good morning. Today's topic is a very common question. We generally used to ask ourselves, why do I get upset? Why does my mood get upset? What happens around me when I get upset? Generally, if I ask this question to myself or you ask to yourself, you generally answer in such a way, I get upset because of some person, because of some situation, because these people around me, because so and so material or so, I get upset. I get upset because of so many things. It may be a person, it may be a situation, maybe a food, maybe a song. Because my favorite, I missed my favorite TV serial, I'm upset. I haven't been outside since long, I'm upset. I get upset when feel I see somebody using me. I get upset when I see my wardrobe. I have no new clothes. I get upset. I can get upset for any number of reasons. Any number of reasons I'm getting upset. If I keep getting upset because of these reasons, then how could I lead my life? It is difficult to lead my life in such a scenario when I get upset with all these small, small things. I need to understand what happens inside my psychology when I get upset. Is it really because of these people, the situation, the song, or the TV serial, or the dress, or the food that is making me upset? Or do I carry a type of mental setup which make me upset time to time? We are going to go in very detailed understanding of getting upset and resetting myself. Before we understand why I upset, we need to really understand few important triggers, few important words which are very useful to understand my mood. Uh, these are the first word is mood. Mood is exactly not the same. Mood is a very temporary setup of my mind. Mood is something which changes very quickly, which get upset. But mood is for a very short time. The opposite to my mood is attitude. A long-term mindset is called attitude. So mood and attitude. If your attitude get upset, I'll come back to this later. If your attitude gets upset, then you get a turn, your nature, your personality get turned. But generally, upset doesn't mean my attitude has changed. Whenever my attitude, there is a big change, sustainable change in my life, then we never said that I am upset. Then we say I am changed. Actually, it is my mood, the short mental setup, which get upset. We do not use the term change there. We say mood is set or mood is upset, good mood or bad mood. Mood is that term which depicts my then and there mental position. It's not for long time, but yes, mood has got effect for long time. If I remain in same mood for long time, it becomes my attitude. So generally, when we talk about I'm upset, my mood is off. It means I am already knowing that it is temporary. I am temporarily out of my happiness. I am temporarily not feeling good. So this is my mood. Coming to another term which is important to understand is triggers. What are these triggers? Triggers are uh, triggers are some subjects which make you feel, which actually make you excited. Triggers are those subjects. Again, triggers could be anything. Triggers could be a person, all those subjects upon which your mood is changing is a trigger. Triggers can be positive, can be negative. Like positive triggers means those triggers which are associated with moral values. Negative triggers means against the moral values, the triggers which are against moral values. They are negative triggers. Here we have written likable triggers and unlikable triggers. Now, I'm not saying positive or negative triggers. Yes, they are. Positive triggers or negative triggers means those triggers which are moral and immoral. There could be another classification for triggers: strong triggers and feeble triggers. So there are a few strong triggers. We cannot neglect it. It changes my mood immediately. It makes me upset. There are feeble triggers. I am actually able to manage myself. Although I am getting triggered, I'm getting excited, but I'm able to manage myself. But here we are talking about likable triggers and unlikable triggers. There are a few triggers which I like. Those triggers make my mood good. Those triggers which I do not like, they make my mood bad. Here, I cannot say all likable triggers are positive. No, there may be some negative triggers are also likable triggers. Like, if I am coming from the core of jealousy or hatred, and I want to take a revenge with somebody, and I have animosity with somebody, I find that person is in trouble. That is actually an immoral trigger. But I find that person feeling bad, or that person is in trouble. This could be a likable trigger for me. My mood will become good. Oh, look, my enemy is not in good situation. My mood, I'm feeling happy. So I'm not talking about moral values in this session. I'm talking about my mood. When I say my mood, when I collide with likable triggers, all those things which I like, my mood become good. When I collide with unlikable triggers, this could be again a person or situation, a food, a song, or a picture or scenery or time, anything. My mood get upset. Why I become upset? You know, if I will come back to this slide again. If my mood gets upset all the time, frequently, that means the list of my non-likable triggers are very long. I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. So if I keep traveling inside all those things, I don't like, I don't like, I don't like. So there is a chance that the most major chance that I collide with any non-likable trigger and my mood will get upset. Then comes one very important thing, mind and consciousness in the slide. Mind and consciousness. These we need to understand before we understand my upset mood. Thanks. Mind is a place where we generate all the thoughts. Thoughts are generated based on three things. This I have used many times in this program. First way of generating thoughts are like I generate thoughts because of atmosphere-based thinking. Whatever going around me, that makes an impact on my mind, and I generate some thoughts out of it. Like this session. You are sitting in this session, this is in your atmosphere. So it is atmosphere-based thought. Second type of thoughts are memory-based thoughts. Memory-based thoughts means there are some seated memory inside, and you actually you are thinking from atmosphere, you are taking a trigger and you are thinking going into the past memory, like seeing the session, you may be thinking about last week, some other sister came. She was very nice, speaking in such a way. So that is called memory-based thoughts. Third is conscious thinking, wishful thinking, conscious thinking. Like at this moment, you are, say, for example, if I say you are nowhere thinking about mango now, no. You are doing your work. This is not a mango season also. So you're doing your work. And all of a sudden, if I say, think about mango, you have to consciously generate a thought about mango. You will think about mango. Your mango will be in different locations. It may be in your fridge. It may be in shop. It may be on tree. It may be in your plate. It may be a full mango or cut mango. It may be a yellow mango or yellowish green mango or green mango. Maybe reddish green or reddish yellow mango. Could be anything. This is called conscious thinking. Consciously, you are thinking about mango. Mood is not a conscious thinking, but peace is a conscious thinking. So here, this is why I'm trying to help you to understand how mood get upset and how consciously I can reset myself. Well, now we understand all those things. When we say, I am upset due to any reason, that means I have collided with any non-likable trigger. It may be a positive, it may be a strong, it may be negative or weak trigger. That means that moment, that situation, I'm not liking. So what should I do? There are a few things which I can do not to get upset number of times. Number one, keeping non-likable triggers less in number. If my non-likable triggers are very high in number, not liking, why I don't like so many things? You know what happens? Why I don't like things? Because I think somewhere they are of no use for me. So I think these things are really waste for me. I don't like these things. Non-likable triggers will always make you unhappy. The short-term mood will get upset. That moment, to reset myself, I have to do some practice. Well, the list of non-likable triggers are long. Somewhere we are not aware of also. Maybe new non-likable triggers are also created in these days. But there are some likable triggers. Maybe not in my ambience, in my mind. In my mind, I have some likable triggers. These are some past good memories. I remember a few things which are really soothing for me. These memories are helpful for me. These likable triggers have a capacity to dilute effect of non-likable triggers. Diluting the effect of non-likable triggers help me to reset my mood. Well, this is a very temporary way to reset. But problem is, I get upset very frequently. Why? Because although I reset myself, but again, I am getting upset most of the time. Why this is happening? Because I haven't given a training to myself not to get upset again and again. I need to train my mind not to get upset. How to train my mind? I get upset because of non-likable triggers. Likable triggers can reset my mood. But how to train not to get upset? This training is actually very systematic and long-term training, making you aware of your internal capacities. You know, sometimes we become very we become insecure, and there I start generating some feelings. These fearful feelings, make this insecurity make me unstable in my emotions, and immediately I get collide with non-likable triggers. There are many non-likable triggers. They were earlier very effective, but now they are not effective anymore. Like if I go back in my life, and if I think about my childhood days, though in those days, if I lost my pencil, I used to get very upset. I lost my pencil. Later, after a few years, I overcome that feeling. If I lost my pencil, I understand this was my mistake. I'll take care about this next time. But now it's okay. It's okay. I will, uh, I'll do it. I will okay with lost pencil. I'll take care next time. After some years, I was getting upset if my friend is not talking to me. So I get upset. After some years, I understood. Maybe he's busy in some work. He's not talking today. He'll talk to me tomorrow. Or I should go and just check whether he is busy or not. So I am not upset anymore for the same trigger. This training I need to give to myself in order to reset my mood for a long time, not to get upset again and again, and to work for my mental stability. Actually, the session is going to go on for next week also. We show you some questions. These questions are important and interconnected, very interconnected. Question number 1, which we are dealing today. When do I get upset, or why do I get upset? Question number 2. What should I do to set myself back immediately? That I told you. Your likable triggers, like your unlikable triggers, makes your mood upset for a short time. In the same way, your likable triggers can make your mood reset immediately. But yes, it is for a very short time. It is, I'll come back to this again. Thank you. It is almost like, sometime my mood is upset. And immediately that moment, it is demand of my job or demand of my situation. I have to keep my face good. I have to keep smiling. I cannot, I cannot, I just cannot I cannot deal with upset mood that moment because I am in the middle of that meeting, some work. So in that scenario, these likable triggers could be a past memory, those memories which you love, those memories which are strong enough to give you capacity to bloom with happiness inside. It could be any important day in your life, maybe like when you passed a very big exam, or when it may be your birthday, it may be one special birthday, or your marriage, or maybe your child's birthday, or maybe when your child first time called you, maybe anything, any successful day, or any happy day, or any happy moment, or any item, article, anything. So these likable triggers have a capacity to reset you quickly. But again, how your upset mood is short term, in the same way, your likable triggers can set your mood for short time only. There is a chance you will get upset again. And there is a chance you have to reset you again. For how long you are going to play this game of getting upset and set, upset and set? If you keep getting upset for small things many times, this is not a sign of a strong personality. This could be said like, this person get upset every now and then, just leave him. Even my friends will leave me saying that he is a very touchy person. They keep a nickname to me. I become touchy for them. And then this again becomes a non-likable trigger for me, and I am upset again for that. Going back to the slide, question was, how to reset me for long time? What training should I give to my mind and intellect to not get upset for the same reason next time? And question number 4, what should I do to make myself emotionally stable? These two questions, last two questions, we are going to deal with in next week's session. So this session is not done. We are half done. We are not closing the session. We will come back to you with extending the same discussion next week. Thank you for now.